North America is the Earth's third largest continent and occupies about 16.5% of its total land area. The mainland of North America starts up in the tundra along the icy shores of the Arctic Ocean, and it ends over 5,000 miles or 8,000 kilometers to the south in the very warm tropical forests of Central America. So it's no surprise that a very wide range of climatic conditions can be found here. In its northern lands, the continent can be over 3,000 miles or 5,000 kilometers wide. But in its south, on the Isthmus of Panama, it's only 30 miles or 48 kilometers across. And it was here back in the early 20th century that the Panama Canal was created to provide a time-saving shipping route between the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. North America is the Earth's fourth most populous continent and is home to around 570 million people, or roughly 7.5% of the world's total population. The mainland of the continent is bounded to the west by the Pacific Ocean and Russia on the continent of Asia. To the east, it's bounded by the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean Sea, and Gulf of Mexico. To the north by the Arctic Ocean and Hudson's Bay. And to the south by the nation of Colombia on the continent of South America. A large number of islands are considered to be North American as well. These include the tropical islands of the Caribbean Sea, the Gulf of Mexico, and Hawaii, as well as the very large frigid islands of the Canadian Arctic near the North Pole. The enormous, mostly ice-covered island of Greenland is often considered to be North American too, but Greenland is strongly linked to Europe because it's one of the countries that makes up the Kingdom of Denmark. % of the North American continent consists of lands controlled by just two nations. Canada, which is the Earth's second largest country by land area, and the United States of America, which is the third largest. These highly industrialized countries are also the continent's two richest nations. In North America, most people are associated with various Christian faiths. However, many non-Christian religions are practiced by some of the smaller ethnic groups. In the continent's northernmost nation of Canada, the majority of people are of European ancestry and speak the official languages of either English or French. But because of immigration, mainly from Asia, it's estimated that 1 in 5 Canadians speak a foreign language in their homes. Further south, in the United States, American English is the official language, but Spanish is widely spoken too. In the USA, a large majority of people are non-Hispanic whites, but well over a third of U.S. citizens are of Latino, Black, or Asian heritage. Today, Indigenous Native Americans constitute less than 2% of the U.S. population. South of the Mexican-U.S. border, the powerful influence of the Spanish culture is seen in 7 out of the 8 countries of this region due to its long history of domination by Spain. And in every country but tiny Belize, Spanish is the official language. Mexico City, seen here, constitutes the largest urban area in North America and is also the world's largest Spanish-speaking city. Mexico and the nearby Central American countries are home to the ruins of a number of impressive ancient cities, such as those of Monte Alban, seen here. These buildings may have been constructed by the ancestors of the indigenous people who still live in this part of the continent. The Caribbean islands, which lie east of the coastline of Central America, are home to around 43 million people, and most of them are of African or mixed-race heritage. Because of colonization, over half of the island people have strong linguistic and cultural ties to Spain. The rest have political or cultural links to France, Great Britain, Holland, and the USA. Geographically, the most dramatic region of the North American continent consists of its rugged western mountain ranges that begin in the U.S. state of Alaska and run all the way down the continent. The continent's second major geographical region, which is an enormous area of broad central plains, lies to the east of these mountains. This territory consists of fairly flat grasslands and farmlands where crops of wheat, corn, and soybeans are grown that are exported all around the world. The central region is also home to the Great Lakes, which, when taken together, hold about 21% of all the surface freshwater on Earth. Chicago, seen here, along with a few other large American and Canadian cities, rises up on the shore of this body of water. The third major region of North America consists of its eastern mountain ranges. These mountains are older, much less rugged, and are of lower elevation than most of those in the west. The eastern mountains are mostly covered with forests of deciduous hardwood trees, while on the opposite side of the continent, the lower slopes of the U.S. and Canadian mountain ranges are typically covered with conifer forests. Large areas of desert exist in much of the West, especially near the U.S. border with Mexico. These very dry lands are frequently home to a wide variety of cactus plants and become extremely hot in the summer. Other cooler desert areas, such as Monument Valley, seen here, that's located in the U.S. states of Arizona and New Mexico, lie further north. The North American mainland is home to many huge rivers, including its longest, the Mississippi, which drains much of the central region of the continent, and the mighty Columbia, seen here, which is the largest river of North America's west.